So the argument here with this idea of mandates through performance is, okay, well, let's go back to basics. If we take the assumption of the question that at heart it is popular support that gives rise to credibility and legitimacy, then we can say the same for performance of the government in practice. Because if it's popular support for a government, which is what gives it its mandate, well, in the case of an election, as the question is assuming, that only happens at one point. That argument of popular support for the government is what gives it legitimacy, but at one point, the point of the election. If we take this and extend it to the entirety of a existence of a particular government, then that is the idea of performance. It's the idea that in the weeks and months and years that follow, whether or not the public approves of the government is what gives it its mandate. A mandate is constantly in flux. It's confirmed or it's reaffirmed or it's potentially withdrawn by the people according to that government's performance at governing in line with the people's interests. So it's not something that's stationary that happens once at the election and that's it, it's done. So this is similar to this idea raised earlier by Sarah Binder of conferring of a sort of mandate that lasts a few months. We can say that a mandate is conferred and it's reaffirmed by proper governance, good governance. And this is a potential theory that gets around some of the weaknesses we identified earlier on with a mandate with a government potentially proving to be not very good, not doing its job. However, it's still been conferred a mandate to govern, even though it's not doing a very good job. And this is quite a realistic viewpoint, I think. You know, it's not centered in abstract theory. Oh, it has a right to govern based on this theory and this right and this event, singular event, this election happened. But actually, a mandate to govern is something which is continually reaffirmed. Politics changes. A government does well. A government may proceed to not do well. Circumstances are always changing in politics. It's an incredibly dynamic, fast-moving, and changeable subject. So the idea that a mandate is conferred at a single moment and it's conferred for a term, 4 years, 10 years, is a real weakness, I think, of the argument of the question. So we can say that a mandate is conferred by performance and is reaffirmed. So this session has been a real whistle-stop tour of some theories which critique the question and provide some specific nuanced alternatives. So none of these theories reject the question, they provide subtle criticisms. And I hope that a few of these have, at least have persuaded you to take a nuanced view of the question or to argue in line with them.